Hello my lovely, Sophia, Psychic Medium here, and I'll be here for 2 hours doing live paid readings. I channel spirit for the readings but use cards for YouTube so that you have a visual. I will be doing 3 free collective readings during the live, and the first one will be a spirit message, then a love message, and then a career message throughout the live. Okay, I am on for 2 hours. If you do want your own personal reading, as I say, it is paid readings only through PayPal. You can pay by card or through PayPal. It's just that it's safe and it protects us both. Right, okay, whilst we're getting ready for people to join in, I will be dropping things into the chat, my lovelies. Okay, there's some bits into the chat for the moment so that we know where we are. Okay, and whilst we're waiting for some people to join in, I will get the cards ready for the first free collective reading, which is the spirit message. So the spirit message, because I'm a psychic medium, I'm just using the cards as visuals for yourselves. Okay, but I am channeling a message that spirit is saying here to go along with what the cards they picked for you on here. But with oracle cards, they do have a meaning on anyway. But then spirit will usually give more depth to the reading. So when more people have joined in, so there's more people listening, I'll do the spirit message. Don't forget that for any of the free collective readings that I do, the love reading, this spirit message, the love reading and the career reading throughout the live, I do the timestamps. Which I pin in the comments after the live so that you can watch them back. So feel free to go and watch any of the other lives that I've done. And also check out my channel as well, because there's loads of shorts. If you can't get a reading, your own personal reading tonight, then you can check out my shorts that have got lots of answers to most people's questions anyway. Yes, they're not personal, but they do help. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the first of the free collective readings, which is the spirit message. So spirit, what message do you have for anybody who is watching? Remember, it's not personal, but if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. Okay. So on the first card that we have Athena, which is, it is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. I will put them all together with the message that Spirit is bringing us. So take time to breathe out. Morning affirmations, okay? Say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation, okay? And also connect with nature. You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. Okay, so they also wanted me to bring in this one, time to move on. Okay, it's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. So what they're saying is, with this one, it's safe for you to be powerful, okay, in a loving way. A lot of times people will go into battle and wonder why there's a war. Okay, when you are personally attacking somebody by saying you, if only you did such and such, or if only you cared about me, or whatever, you have straight away gone into a battle, because nobody likes fingers pointing at us. Okay, we get defensive. It's normal and natural. Okay, so there are ways that you can breathe first, okay, and think about how you're going to word it. That will give you the powerful changes that you want. Look at the bigger picture is the one underneath that. So let go of the old and the worn out so that you can so that the new can come in. Okay, sometimes we have to really stop and take note of how we deal with things, and if it's not working and you're just hitting your head against a brick wall, see how you can redo it, how you can re-say it. I feel, okay, is different to you need to. Okay, morning affirmations, where it says say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. Okay, it's not quite like that. You are affirming to yourself 24/7, or all the time that you're awake. Okay, not 24/7. So if you are affirming, an affirmation is just a thought that you're having. You're affirming something to yourself through a thought. I want to go to the toilet. I need to go to the toilet. You've just affirmed that you need to go to the toilet. Okay, we're never really manifesting anything, okay, because creation is done. You're choosing and deciding what you want. So make sure that your thoughts are affirming what you do want to experience and not what you don't, is basically what it's saying. Okay, and for a lot of you, just grounding yourselves. You don't have to go out in nature, but nature helps us ground ourselves. Okay, so I hope that that resonated with some of you, to understand that there are ways that we can say things, but also look at the way that you're thinking about people. If you think people are stubborn and don't like you, you're quite right, because you're always right by what you keep telling yourself. Okay, tell yourself a different story. Tell yourself a story that you do want to experience and not one that you don't, because either way you're going to be experiencing the story you're telling yourself. I always love a quote that I read years ago that says the story you're telling yourself is what you're going to get. So make it a good one instead of a horror movie. Okay? Right, let me pop these away. Don't forget that the timestamps will be in the comments section after the live. I am on for 2 hours. On Wednesday it was pretty full on. We never know what we're going to get. Now the first reading, not this collective reading, but the person's first, whoever gets the first reading is usually the most powerful. Okay, so if you're sitting there wondering, maybe you're meant to then maybe you're meant to be the one who kicks it off. Okay. Hello Shuki Sharma, my lovely. This is paid readings only. I have just done the first of the free collective readings. Now there is a little mini £5 reading. Okay, so if you're watching and you feel drawn but you're not ready for a big reading, or you don't want a big reading on camera, you know, live, you can get your own personal ones, but for the live there is a £5 mini reading. Now this gets you one card as a visual plus the channeled message from spirit behind it that I channel. Okay, it's not where you ask a question, it's what spirit wants you to hear right now. Okay, if you listen back to the last live I did, 2 lovely viewers got those messages and they were quite deep actually. Okay, so sometimes a quick message gives you clarity and can even give you the nudge you need to dive deeper. Okay, I've had lots of people who come back later for a full reading because the mini hit home. Okay, plus the other readings, so just scroll back through the chat and you will see some things there. Now it is paid personal readings only, but rather than me just sit here in silence if nobody's getting their own paid personal readings, and before I do the next free collective reading, okay, it is a spiritual channel. So when it's quiet, you can ask me general spiritual things, okay, not for personal readings. I'm not answering your questions, okay. It's just if you've ever wondered about something spiritual that you can't quite get your head around. Now, it will be my personal thoughts and opinions and experiences, okay. It might help you, it might not be something that you're ready to hear, or it doesn't resonate with you, okay. To put a warm snuggly top on today because it's a bit chilly. Do like my furry tops or soft tops. And I know that the lady who got Wendy, who got a reading on her dog, 2 of her dogs, well, her 2 dogs in Sunday's live. She asked about her 2 dogs, and because one was very poorly, and unfortunately it's his day to depart this world and shuffle into the next. But the message that he gave before he went was very comforting for her. She says she's listened back to it lots of times and will probably keep listening as well. to it lots of times. So Wendy, our thoughts are with you, my lovely. It's never nice to lose a fur baby, as we said last week. Hello, Stormy, my lovely. Hello, Iman. Or to lose a feather baby either, because Iman lost one of her feather babies as well recently. Yes, he's not been poorly since the reading. He went downhill. So she's got to take him to the vets today. She messaged me earlier. Okay, Valerie. It's this time, because she said the appointment in her time is excuse me, it's going to coincide with the live, so she'll be at the vets, not here. Right, so Valerie, in answer to your question, how to stay in a good state. Okay, remember, there is only now. Okay, there's no past, there's no future. The past is a memory you're thinking about now. The future, from all versions and possibilities. Okay, because it's not just one solid past. Okay, so what I do is, because I am reality, I am all that is, okay, because my reality would not exist if I was not aware of it, okay. So the fact what you're experiencing is because of what you're aware of and who you're identifying as, okay. You're not manifesting anything. Creation's done. You're deciding and choosing whenever it pops into your head to think about you with it, or that you still don't have it. Okay, so what I do is, because I am aware that I am all versions of me right now, that yes, I'm going to have thoughts that are unfavorable and ones that are, but I just observe them. Okay, so if a thought comes into my head and it's not in alignment with the what I am wanting, even though I can't physically see it, okay, then I will just say to myself, yes, I see it. That is one possible outcome, because you can't cancel them out. You're just not choosing that. So that's not my choice or preference, and that's not my story anymore. And then you insert what is your new story in your I am. You've got to claim it with I am. Okay, because after I am is what you're saying is. Okay, I am broke. I am in a relationship. I am single. Okay, so that's how I do it. That's what's chilled me out from reacting to the physical world, because I know that the physical world is just the reflection of what I've already, the identity I'm operating from or have been operating from. Okay? Remember, you're already the version that you want to be, because you occupy all versions as all that is in reality itself. Okay? Yeah, I mean, Valerie, you can, it's the law of whatever the fuck you say it is, basically. Okay, so you can sit there and say, you know what, I can sit here crying my eyes out all day. I'm still getting what I fucking want. Everything's perfect. Okay, so don't worry about it. That's the one thing that that's finally clicked this year, okay, is to, there's nothing to be scared of, because nothing exists out there. It only exists because you're aware of it. It's how you're aware of it. Okay, and it was really understanding that there is only right now. When it literally pops into your head, are you going to react to it, or are you just going to say, yeah, that's fine? That is one possibility, but that's not my story anymore. I'm not choosing that. That's not my preference. It can stay there, but I'm not putting my awareness on it. My awareness is on, I am in a loving, beautiful relationship. Remember, you're the proof, you're the evidence. All right. So you're not, when you embody the version of you that has it, you don't manifest what you want. That's already yours, or else you wouldn't want it. Okay. You are embodying the version of you that has it, because the version of you that has it is not worrying where it is. It's already yours. Okay, there's already a version of you enjoying it, but you're over here saying, I don't have it. Okay, so the version of you that does have it is not thinking the same thoughts as the version of you over here saying that you don't. You either have it, when it pops into your head, you either have it and are it, or you don't. Okay. Hello, Smita, my lovely. Smita, these are paid readings only, sweetheart. They're not free readings, they're paid readings. But all the best. Remember, there's no hard question. It's whether you know the answer or you don't. It's not because the question's hard. Okay, so just make sure you've done all your revision, my lovely. No nights. It's paid readings only. Yes, the little £5 mini read. It is through PayPal, but you don't need to have a PayPal account. You can pay by card when you go through. It should ask you. Okay. But the little £5 mini reading gets you one card as a visual for you. Okay, but a channeled message from Spirit behind it. You don't ask a question. It's just what Spirit wants you to hear right now. Okay. And sometimes the quick message just gives you clarity and can even give you a nudge into a bigger reading, either in the live or outside of the live, if it's something that resonates and you are wanting more spiritual insight on it. Not always. Stormy didn't last week. She was quite happy with the £5 one. It is £5 and not $5. There's a difference. Different currencies. Okay, vows. What's your question, my lovely? Oh, you put it here. Okay. Let's see what Spirit wants to say to you, Valerie, my lovely. Right, this is Val's Starseed. Okay, now I just want to drop in something for Jenny. If you're wanting a reading, it is paid readings only. But here's the details for you. You're welcome. Okay, and no health, legal, or pregnancy questions, okay? Be over 18, and for any life-changing decisions, that's up to you. Okay, readings are for entertainment, as I got to say, by law, and guidance. Okay, so Spirit. Let me just put that. Sorry, I'm just trying to do this and it's going all over the place when you want to do a reading and it's going all over the place. Right. Hello, sisters, my lovely. Okay. So, Spirit. Right, the first thing they are saying, okay, is before I pull a card to show you, is that there is, they're saying you're exhausted, okay, but you have an incredible inner strength, okay? You've been carrying a lot, more than most people, okay? You could even begin to understand, they're saying, okay? There's a part of you that just keeps going and going and going, Spirit is saying. Okay, and Spirit is saying, really highlighting how proud they are of you. You don't hear it enough, Spirit is saying. Okay, you don't hear it enough. And it's important that you do. Okay, yeah. They're saying you're doing everything with love and intention, even when it feels like the world is moving so slowly around you. Okay, so they are showing me that it is happening. Okay, they are showing me you stood here with money. And with this peacock here, they're saying just, you know, again, that is, you should be very proud of the mother who is providing everything that she can for her children. Okay, and it's not anything to feel embarrassed about. There's no shame, there's no guilt. Okay, so you know, you are there for those children. All right, so it is a they are showing me that it's happening. Okay, I feel that with this is going to be a man. Now, we all have male and female energy in us. Okay, so it could be a woman who is quite authoritative, okay, but she's honest, she's helping. It could be a man who's helping behind this as well. Okay, but what they're saying here is that it is going to happen, okay, but there is slow burn energy here. Okay, so while it might not be overnight or quick, it is a definite forward motion. You're not stuck, they're saying, okay? Even if it's felt that way lately, there's momentum. Remember, it's a bit like when we plant a seed below the surface. The seeds have been planted, but sometimes we can look at the topsoil and going, well, where nothing's poking through. And then all of a sudden we look and it's poked through. Okay, so did go to the MP as a man to push it ahead. Oh, right, there you go. So you're not stuck. Okay, there is momentum. There's paperwork moving, people discussing, boxes being ticked. Okay, so there could be an unexpected shift that opens the door for you sooner than expected. I don't feel it's far. They're showing me sort of late autumn, early winter, but timings can change. Okay. Spirit is saying you're not being guided to any place, but to the right place. Okay, they're showing me somewhere quieter. Okay, so it could be a little bit rural there as well. Okay, and the kids will benefit from that. Okay, I love this card. See how this mother has a child in her arms and she's asking, you know, somebody is giving her help. Okay, here you are, you've been heard. Here's the help that you need. Okay, so sweetheart, definitely help is coming in. Okay. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, this one here, see the dead horse, but then it's revived. There's revived energy here. So although it seems slow and might have at times seemed like nothing's happening, suddenly it takes on a life of its own here. And you and your children sort of moving, okay? And it's going to be fast. It's quick movement. Once it all falls into place, it's quick. Okay, a quick move. Yes, they will definitely benefit from this. You've done the hard part, Spirit is saying. Now let the universe catch up. Okay. Yes, Tracy, thank you, my love. Sorry. So, Spirit, anything more on this? Right, for you, they're saying don't let fear capture you. Okay, this says fear. Sometimes we can get caught up in the negatives. Oh God, what if this happens and what if that? The ifs, the whys, the buts, the maybes, the hows, and whens. Okay, don't worry. All right, everything is going in your favor. There is peace. This card, the temple path, okay, is leading you to this beautiful peace. All right. Yeah, definitely movement. You're anchoring here. The ship is coming into land. All right. And putting down solid roots, somewhere that you will put down solid roots in, where you can be this beautiful, strong family. Okay, my lovely. Spirit is definitely guiding you there, and hopefully it is this side of Christmas. Okay, with the number 12 being this end of the side of the year, and not into the new year. But either way, it is going to happen. Spirit wants me to pull in one of these as well for you. Love this. Oh, right. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. They're saying you're being helped. Okay. And it says heaven is working behind the scenes to help you. Even if you don't see results, remember those little seeds that you're just staring at the soil going, well, nothing's poking through. Okay. Stay optimistic. Okay, your dreams are coming true. Don't quit. Okay, don't start feeling negative because it is coming. And yes, definitely, it's a done deal. Okay. And again, the Spirit here with worthiness is saying, know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. Okay, again, they're coming back to that proud, being proud of yourself, proud as a peacock. Okay, because, you know, you're not told it enough, Spirit is saying. All right. Wonderful. Beautiful. So it seems in the current energy that it's all going tickety-boo. Nothing to worry about. Okay, yes, we've still got some, you know, there's still little, what do they say, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. But that's just the formalities, but it's definitely gaining that momentum and taking on that energy of being successful. And this man is going to help you as well, or at least, you know, it might not be the one you've spoken to, but it could be another person. Okay. Could be somebody at the housing or whatever as well. So I hope that helps you, my lovely. Sonali, this is paid readings, my lovely, not free readings. But you do, if you go to my shorts, you will find quick yes/no answers. Go and have fun with one of those. Right, let me just pop these back in before I come to yours, Tracy, my lovely. You're welcome, Vals. Okay, Spirit. Okay, Tracy, I will be with you, sweetheart. Just want to get these put in. Right. Okay. Right, what am I drawn to for you? I'm drawn to this deck. So a card, Spirit, to go with what you're channeling for me, for Tracy. Okay. Okay, this is you. Okay. There could be another woman around you as well. This is me picking that up. Okay. There could be another woman around you as well that is draining you, like a female relative. Okay. Or a friend. Okay. Or a neighbor or something. There's a feminine energy around you here. Okay. But sort of stay in your power, Spirit is saying here with this one. Look at her sat there in that knowing. She's not taking any bullshit. Okay, you know, stay in your power, setting those boundaries, really. Okay. You need to come back to yourself, Spirit is saying. Okay, for your joy, your spark, your sense of peace. Okay, you've sort of set it aside for a while and been in survival or support mode, Spirit is saying. And they're trying to gently nudge you back into alignment with who you are, not just the roles you play, sitting on your throne like a queen. A queen doesn't bow down to her subjects, okay? She doesn't let them rule her kingdom. She decides, okay? So really looking at you coming back to yourself, okay? There is a shift coming, okay, quite strongly over the next 6 to 8. Now, I feel it's the next 6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 days would be amazing, okay? You might have already started to notice it, they're saying, okay? It's like you're being shown a choice ahead. But they're saying neither path is wrong. Remember, any choice or action or decision has consequences, good or bad. If it's bad, we just choose again. Okay, it's shown us what we don't want and what we do want. Okay, and if it's good, it's brilliant. Okay, so trust it. Go, really know. Your intuition is being heightened, but Spirit is saying you've spent so long putting others first. Okay, now life is asking you, what do you want? What do you want? This is your life experience. Okay, it's your life experience. What do you want? Okay, there's a lot of emotional release. Okay, that's coming in for you as well, releasing a lot of emotions. Now that can be just that relief or that decision or setting those boundaries, or it could be that you're physically going to feel quite emotional. Okay, but Spirit is saying forgiveness, not for others but for yourself. Okay, letting go of old guilt or things that you couldn't fix. You did your best and that was enough. All right, so really claim your power back, Spirit is saying. Set boundaries. Never dim your light for others who can't see your light. If they can't see your light, then, you know, and they're not ready to lean in and step up, then you don't come down to their level. You keep going on your path. Okay, we can't carry everybody with us. Okay, so bear that in mind, Spirit is saying. Okay, let's get into the next of the free collective readings, which is the free love collective reading now. Okay. Oh, sorry, I don't want those. They want these. They want that one. Okay, so these 4 piles that I'm doing at the moment, okay, that I'm pulling out, are going to be the basis for each of the 3 topics. And then I'm going to pull in one of these to back it up. So what I mean is that when I do the free collective love reading, it covers 3 areas. If you're single and ready to mingle and you're not wanting anybody back, you don't care about anybody who you've dated before, you're not waiting for anybody to come back, you're not wanting anybody to come back, you're wanting somebody totally new, single, ready to mingle. Or for those of you in no contact, where you are hoping to hear from somebody, you are wanting somebody back in your life. Okay, and the third one is if you're in a connection and it's going a little bit wobbly, hot and cold. Okay, now these are going to be the base of each of those reading, or each of those subjects. Okay, those topics. Okay, I don't know, questions. And then I'm going to bring out a clarifier for singles, a clarifier for no contact, and a clarifier for ups and downs. Okay, so spirits, love collective reading, please. What do you want to say? Now, remember, it's not personal. It is just a collective reading. It may resonate, it may not. Okay. Okay. Now, this isn't really for the singles. Okay, there's nothing here for singles. Okay, because this is talking about attachments to old stories. Okay, old thoughts that you're having that's not helping you get what you want here. Okay, so just to pull one for if you are single. Yeah, if you are single, okay, remember self-love. How you see yourself is really important. Okay, are you seeing yourself who is lovable, who is chosen, who's a priority, who can have anybody that they want? Okay, that no one is better than you, no one compares to you. Okay, you're a priority. So for those of you who are single, look at the story you're telling yourself, because if you have a story running that people cheat on me, or they never commit to me, or I seem to do something wrong, you're just going to pull in a different name, a different face, but the same cycle. Okay, so they're saying self-love, how you see yourself, how you see others, and how you see relationships is something you need to look at first, or else you would just call in the same cycle. Okay, and I see it all the time. Righty-ho. Now, if you're in no contact, Spirit is saying your person still has feelings for you. Okay, you're looking one way, but they're looking down at you, wondering, still thinking about you. If you're thinking about somebody, they're still thinking about you, but it's how you're thinking about them that is important. Okay, because for a lot of you, you're attached to a negative story. And this is what I keep saying every time we do a love reading. Okay, for some of you, you're not believing in what your heart is telling you. Okay, he's got a heart on his shoulder here. You're listening to your head. A bit like in that song, my head says fool, forget him, my heart says don't let go. Okay, I don't want to say the song on here. So are you believing in what your heart is telling you, which is your truth? Or are you listening to your head that's not your truth? Okay, there's a big difference. So Spirit is saying, clearly decide what you want so that it can come to you now. Do you want this person or not? Okay, if you do, then keep an open mind as to how it's going to happen. Okay, the how and the when is not your job. Okay, your job is to decide, do I want them or not? Okay, if you do decide in the right way, and I will show you in a minute, okay, then they will come in and surprise you and make the effort. But in the meantime of no contact, have you actually grown? Okay, because I get the reason Spirit's asking that, okay, is because a lot of times people are so desperate to get the contact that it doesn't matter if your person contacts you today in the next 5 seconds. What's actually changed? Okay, because if you come back together, it will soon be over again. Because you didn't change what happened before. Okay, and I get so many people who say to me, well, they don't communicate very well with me. It's always been like a one-way street, or they're emotionally avoidant, or they went off with somebody else and I don't trust them. Communication and trust are two key foundations for any healthy, harmonious relationship. And if it's been a one-way street and you've just been accepting breadcrumbs, that's not a two-way street. A relationship is not one way. It's two-way. Okay, so really ask yourself, do I want this person or not? Are you just missing the attention, or is it the person? Okay, so coming back to Spirit is saying, a lot of you are looking at the time as well. Look at her with this watch. Okay, stop looking at the time. When a watched pot doesn't boil, for a start. Okay, you have to be aware of how you're thinking about the connection. This is what Spirit is coming back to this card for. Okay, when you're in no contact, you are focused on, they've ghosted me, they're not with me, I'm in no contact, they did this, they said that. So your awareness is on everything that is opposite to what your heart is wanting, which is the relationship. Your mind, your thoughts and your heart, what your heart desires, have to be in alignment. Okay, if you're wanting the beautiful relationship, but in your head, you're going through a very negative story every time you think about them, you're not in alignment. So you're causing your own delay. All right, love is unconditional. So look at what labels and limitations and stories you're telling yourself every time you think about your person. If you're not thinking of them in a loving way, then they're going to keep showing up as a shit show way. Okay, and the same really, sorry, they wanted me to pull one of these. Okay. Yeah, you can have marriage with this person. You're the only one stopping the relationship that you want with your person through your awareness, which is your thoughts that you're having about them. Okay? If you are in a relationship and it is up and down, okay, again, look at the labels and stories you're thinking. A lot of negative emotions here, okay, that is not coming into alignment with why you love this person. What do you love about them? All right? What is your heart saying about them? follow your heart, okay? And again, keep an open mind. Decide what you want. Do you want this relationship or not? Do you want to keep seeing them in a negative way, or are you going to see them in a loving way? Okay, again, time for growth. All right. And then they will be reaching out to you, telling you how much they do love you. And the same for no contact, okay? Hello, Claire, my lovely. And again, I'm not just a psychic medium, I am also a personal mentor, okay? So I do help lots of people get their relationships back on track because they're not separate from you. They only exist because you're aware of them. Claire, this is paid readings only, my lovely. You can always go back and listen to the love reading if it's a love question that was a free reading, or you can go back to the spirit message that was at the beginning of the live, my lovely. Okay, so the last of the free collective readings will be at 1:30, and that will be the career. So I'm just going to, while it's quiet, drop some more things back into the chat for those of you that have joined in and you're wondering what's going on and how we work here. Okay, so I'm just going to drop some bits into the chat. Don't forget, you don't need a PayPal account, okay? It's just click the link, enter the amount of the reading that you're buying and choose pay with card, okay? It's just that PayPal, I can't get Super Chat where I am, and also PayPal is protects as well. Now, we've got the last career one coming up. And don't forget that I do timestamps, you know, for the free collective ones. If the ones today don't resonate, go back and look at the other ones on the lives. All the timestamps are in the comments so that you can see them quickly. Now, if you do want your own personal video reading that you can listen to loads and loads of times, as many times as you want, then that is in the link in the description, okay, for my webpage. Or else check out my shorts and various video readings on my channel. If you love a pick a card reading, then all the pick a card readings are in their own playlist so that you don't have to search through all the videos. It doesn't matter how long ago I did the reading, they're not time sensitive unless it was about something that was happening or needed a specific time. Okay, but there's loads on there. No, this is paid readings only, my lovely. Sorry. I'm sure there's another psychic doing, or a tarot reader doing free readings. Okay, and the little mini £5 one, where it starts at £5, is just one card with a channeled message behind it, like Val got. Okay, it's you, not you. Oh no, Val didn't. Sorry, it was Tracy. It's what Spirit wants you to know. Okay, so it's not you asking a question. It's literally what they want you to know. And that can help massively as well, to help get you back on track. Okay, so the career one will be, the free collective one will be at past. But it is paid personal readings only, but it is a spiritual channel. So when it's quiet, you can ask me about general spiritual things. Okay, let's chat rather than be in silence. So it's not answering your questions, okay, but it is if you've ever wondered about something spiritual, okay, not religious, spiritual, okay, or you're wanting help in the way you think about something, okay, then ask. I will tell you whether I know about it or not. And it will just be from my experience of 30 odd years experience, okay? Excuse me. Hello, Mandy, my lovely. Oh, 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 oh.
She's neglecting me.
That's all right. Somebody forgot I was live. Right, there's two quotes there that I put in about love. Okay? Because a lot of people think that love is hard. Love is easy, it's not hard. Okay? Having love in your life, or a partner who respects you and loves and adores you, is no different to you buying a cup of coffee. It's your view of it. The story, the labels, the memories. Okay? And that's partly why I'm a mentor as well, to help people to get out of the negative labels and stories that they keep telling themselves every day, and not being in alignment with what their heart desires, because their thoughts are totally opposite. All right. Sometimes as soon as people ask a question, I can see straight away why you're not getting what you want, because of what you've asked. In how you the answer is in your question, basically. What was one of your favorite success stories in whom you helped? Oh my God, I've had so many. I haven't really got a favorite because everyone is lovely. I think one of the biggest helps just from watching my channel was Wendy Ann in Australia. Hers is one of the success stories in my playlist, because she went through absolute hell in her own negative story. Got her person back who she had married and divorced, and they got back together and separated, back together, separated. And then when I stopped doing the channel a year ago, over a year ago now, they were back together, but she had started to go back into the old story. She was starting to, instead of reality bending to her, she was going back, adjusting and going back into fears, and it fell apart again. But when I came back on and started doing the lives again, she came in and she said it literally took her 6 weeks of to turn it around, because she remembered everything that I'd said on the channel and how she got it before. But her story was pretty grueling, because it had gone on for years and years and years, like 15, 20 years. Okay. But health ones, people ones, whether it's families, all sorts. I love them all. I don't really have a favourite. I love hearing them all. Don't forget that the lives are on a Wednesday and a Sunday. I'll pop that in here as well for some of you. I do post on Instagram, and I do post, it's the same name, Sophia Psychic Tarot. And in the community post as well when I'm going live. Again, just dropping bits into the chat, because sometimes when the chat goes past, it misses things. People don't look back. All right, Tracy. Hopefully. Well, obviously, if you're ready to move, then hopefully. I think it would take me longer than 6 to 8 days to pack up my house. All right. So are you ready to move somewhere then? Are you packed up, ready to move somewhere? Oh, right, okay. Oh, good. Well, hopefully, yes. Hopefully, when you stay on your throne. Okay. Hopefully, it will be that. I mean, timings and energy can shift around readings as well. Okay. What I like to do is talking to a friend in my head, as if she's asking me a question. Okay, because remember, there is only the now movement. So now moments, there's nothing off in the future. Everything is now. When the future gets here, it's the now. Okay, so it's just a reflection. The future you experience is a reflection of what you've been broadcasting. So I would be imagining, hearing a friend say to me, hey, Sophia, well, let's use you. Hey, Tracy, how are you loving your new place? Oh my God, it's amazing. What has it got? Go through your 5 senses. Okay. What are you seeing? What are you wanting your new place to have? Because if you can think of it, it exists. Just like how I got this house. Okay. Hello, Neela, my lovely. So when you're putting things into the future, they remain in the future. All right. Now you have it now. Right now, you're either Tracy that's moved or hasn't moved. Because if you're saying you're Tracy who hasn't moved and you're waiting to move, you're causing your own waiting. Okay, to speed it up, you've already moved as far as you're concerned, because the physical world is a reflection. It's just the mirror. So if you've moved in your head and you stick to that, okay, you keep having that story there. Oh yeah, I've already moved. I love this house, or I love this apartment, or whatever. Okay, then life has to reflect it back to you. So you're broadcasting all the time to the mirror, and you're always experiencing the reflection. Roshni, my lovely, this is paid readings. I did do the free collective love reading. You can listen back to that. Neela, after last reading, so many things clicked. Good. You know, Neela, don't beat yourself up. I mean, I listened to something the other day that I had taped for myself a year ago, and I just realized that stuff in that was what I've just come across again. Okay, we do fall back asleep, okay, into amnesia. So it's just little reminders that remind us to wake us back up again. But then what's helped me a lot as well, Neela, is remembering that there is only now. Okay, so if I fucked something up a minute ago, I can go back in and from the now moment and say it as I want it to be. Okay, so it's really, it's you competing against yourself. It's you getting out of your own way. Okay, and that took me a long time to get out of my own way. Even times when I thought I'd got out of my own way, I hadn't truly got out of my own way. Okay, it just suddenly clicks. It's like driving. It's like anything you learn. Practice, 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 practice. Okay, and then just suddenly it just becomes the norm. But it's having that discipline to not waver. Okay, it's like you going for a driving lesson and keep making the same mistake all the time, and the instructor's saying, well, why do you keep doing that? Well, I don't know. You know, stop doing it. Okay, do you want to drive or not? But yes, it's to finally get out of your own way. And when you do, it's just so much easier. There's no stress, there's no worrying. Your nervous system is relaxed. Okay, even if you do, you're human, so you are going to react to something, but then I know after I've reacted or whatever, I can change it straight away. You know, everything is now. So you've never, it is really the law of whatever the fuck you say it is, because whatever the fuck you're saying is what you're going to experience. But it's nice not to have those thoughts of how I was before and to be a different person, okay, as the observer. Like I was saying to Valerie earlier, you know, she was saying, how do you get through wobbles? Well, it's quite simple. Everything is now. You are experiencing reality as reality. Okay, everything that you're experiencing is because you're aware of it. Okay, so I say to her, well, all different possibilities exist. Again, coming back to the TV, if you've got one TV screen, one television in your house, okay, and you've got a remote control, well, just because you put it onto one channel, the other channels are still there for you to select. Okay, if you're not enjoying this channel, you can turn over and watch something you do enjoy. Sometimes you might flick through a load of them going, they're all shit. Okay, but they're all realities, all possibilities exist. Okay, so when something comes up that I'm not wanting, okay, even if it's a thought or if it's something in my awareness, I just say to myself, yes, that is one possibility. Okay, but that's not my choice, that's not my preference, and that's not my story anymore. I'm not choosing that. I'm choosing this. Okay, that's all you need to do, is not have a meltdown and a cow about it. Just simply change the channel, but keep your awareness on what the story you do want. Right now, you in every now moment when it pops into your head, you are deciding whether you have it and are it, or you aren't it and you don't have it. So you have to keep remembering that you are the proof. You are the experience. You are all that is. Okay? So you don't need to worry about it. It's everything that you say it is. You don't manifest anything. Everything is already done. You are choosing and deciding. It's who you manifest. You get what you want from your identity. Okay, who are you identifying as? The person who has it or the person who doesn't? No, you're not. It's the knowing. Okay, it's knowing that when you've said it, because your reality, reality bends to you. You don't keep adjusting and bending to reality. Reality is just a reflection. So when you're saying this is how it is, whether you're seeing it reflected back, you might see it reflected back the same day, you might see it reflected back within minutes, it might be months, it might be weeks, it doesn't matter, but you are not wavering because that's what you've declared. That's how it is. That's the channel I'm choosing to watch. Okay? You're shifting timelines with every decision that you have during the day. If you're saying I'm with my specific person, yes, like Spirit just showed, all the doors are open. All possibilities exist. Okay, adjacent possibilities. Behind every door, behind every channel is what you want. The script's already written there. But which door are you entering? Which channel are you watching? Okay, you're shifting. If you decide to have soup at lunchtime but then have a salad, there's still a version of you that had soup. There's a version of you having salad. Okay, so it's not about you. You're automatically shifting timelines thousands of times a day. But it's for those of you who aren't staying in the timeline you want for long enough for you to experience it. It's not going to look suddenly different. You're not going to suddenly wake up next to your SP, happily married, and don't remember a wedding or anything. Okay, every channel, every script has its written past, present, and future, if you like. It's only us as humans that have to experience things as linear, but it's not. Because our human brain and our human body would have a meltdown, like in your dreams, okay, if you were suddenly all over the place. So the release is the knowing. Okay, that's how it is. I am Neela, who is in the loving relationship. You're the one who keeps telling yourself under your next breath that you're not. You either are or you're not. You're the one getting in your own way, in other words. Everything comes from within you. It could be things that you've heard. Remember, your subconscious is soaking up things all day long, whether you're aware of it or not. It's always listening. And it doesn't matter where it comes from, because there's only now. Stop choosing it. That's not my preference. That's not my choice. And that's not my story anymore. So stop beating yourself up and keep thinking about it. Stop putting your awareness on it, in other words. You don't have to do a deep dive into where it came from. Yes, sometimes it can help so that you don't keep repeating it. But honestly, just that's not my story anymore. So I'm not going to keep obsessing over it, because literally you're obsessing over it. You keep telling yourself that story. There is only the now moment. The past is just a memory that you're having right now. Oh, good. Remember, because you're aware of Travis, you claim him as your I am. I am Travis and I am safely home. Every time he pops into your head, I am Travis and I am safely home. You can even be, because you're everything. Okay, so you could even say, I am Russia and I am sending Travis home, safe and sound. Okay? Remember, you're everything. So claim what you're seeing as a third party or someone outside you as I am. I am is before Abraham. Okay, I am is the beginning and the end. I am. There's no but. If you put a but after it, okay, it's meaningless. I am or I'm not. Okay, so when it's for other people, claim yourself as them, because you are Travis. Travis only exists because you're aware of Travis. If you weren't aware of him, he doesn't exist. You are all countries. If any of you, this is while I'm on this subject, if any of you are wanting to go and live in another country or visit another country or go on holiday in another country, claim yourself as that country. I am England, and I am welcoming Sophia for an amazing holiday. Okay? I am America, and I am living in America. Or I am America, and I am welcoming Sophia to live here. Okay? You are everything. Nothing is outside of you. Everything is inside of you. All right? And there's nothing out there. It's just the reflection. The thing is that we contradict it. It's no good saying it once and then having 20,000 thoughts for the rest of the day every time it pops into your head. In the total opposite. There is only right now. So when it pops into your head, decide that you either have it or you don't. It's either this way or it's not. It's your choice and decision right now, moment to moment. All right? Remember, the link is in the description box, Neela. No, just the one-to-ones at the moment. Anything else would be more in cost. But everything everything I would say is everything I've already said. Okay. Hello, Wendy Ann, my lovely. Melm, my lovely. Ah, that's not Stormy, that's not Wendy who lost her dog. That's a different Wendy. Wendy Ann is a different Wendy. In case you suddenly say, Wendy Ann, if you suddenly get lots of people saying sorry that you lost your dog, it's not that Wendy. Okay. Yes, we were talking about you, Wendy Ann, because somebody asked what was one of my favourite. Well, it's the lady who's having the reading next, actually. She was asking what was, if I had any favourite success stories, and I did say about yours because it had gone on for so long. I mean, your story had gone on for years until you finally understood. Okay, I will be delaying the career collective reading because Melm has paid for a reading, so I'm just waiting for her to come back into the chat. Melm, let me know when you're in the chat. Okay. Melm, can you let me know whether you are, because I don't want it just to be a general spirit. I want to know what area it is to help you. Okay. So is this to do with a person, a romance, or a work issue? Okay, just let me know. Neela, I'll come back to that. Let me do the career message for peeps first. Spirit message for. So this is a free collective career message for anybody it resonates with. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry. It's not personal. It's not a personal reading for you. Okay. Okay. We've definitely got a lot of fear around this. For some of you, not all of you, are fearful. Okay, so it may be that you're wanting a new job, but you're fearful, okay, of not getting it. You've got a lot of negative thoughts going on as to why. Okay, and I hear people say all sorts. Okay, and you'd be surprised at what you're actually telling yourself about it as to why you can't have a job. Okay, look at the story that you're saying. Every time you remember that you're looking for a job, or you're wanting another job, or you're wanting a pay rise or a promotion or a transfer, look at the first thought that comes in your head. That is the code. That is the key to where you are, whether you're in alignment for it or whether you're not. Okay, so Spirit is saying a lot of you are very closed off. Look at you clutching this purse to you. Okay, you're in your own mental prison. Swords are your thoughts. Look at you, trapped by your own thoughts, blindfolded to the truth of your heart. Okay, stuck in your fear, your doubts, your worries. Okay, and Spirit is saying release that. Release that negative story. Okay, and just surrender it to us. The how and the when is our job, not your job. The timing it takes is the timing for you to get out of your own way and start being in alignment with what you're wanting and not what you don't. Okay, it's going back to what Spirit said for in the love reading. You're wanting a job, you're wanting a promotion, you're wanting more money, but your thoughts are over here telling a totally different story. I really, really want a job, but there's no buts. Okay, I really, really want a job. Yeah, I know I'm going to get a job because I'm the ideal candidate. Who wouldn't want to employ me? It's my reality, so I get whatever the fuck I want. Okay, that promotion, that's got my name on it. That promotion's mine. Okay, I don't need to worry about it. It's mine. That pay rise, it's mine. Because you said so. It's the law, whatever the fuck you say it is. Okay, so whatever you're saying in your mental prison is keeping you stuck from having what you want. Release it. Okay, Spirit is saying, and surrender it. We will bring it to you when you're in alignment with it. If you're not in alignment with it, the door stays closed. Okay? So, quick message there. I want to pull in these as well. So, Spirit, anything to add to that? Yeah, you can sit. You're your own black cat. You're at your own luck, the lucky black cat. Okay, you're the one holding the money. You're the one deciding whether you get it or not Spirit. Spirit never says no. Okay, half the time you're just lying to yourself. Okay, just telling yourself a load of rubbish. Okay? Yeah. By what's happened in the past or things you've heard. Okay, I hear all sorts. Okay, be that beautiful, confident. Yes, this is what I'm having. Okay, this is what I'm having. Why? Because I said so. There's nothing outside of you stopping you having what you want. If you can think of it, it's yours. Are you choosing it and deciding it's yours? Or are you telling yourself it's hard to get and you can't have it but? Okay, or because, or the ifs, the whys, the buts, the maybes. You either have it or you don't. When you've decided you have it and it's done, it will be reflected back to you for you to experience. Okay. Mel, did you answer that question? Neela, it is different. If you are deciding and thinking about it, okay, then it's not what we called it inspired action. With inspired action, you just do it. You're not bothered. You just know it's a done deal. Okay, so if you are, oh, I really, really want to reach out to him, but what if he does this and what's that? You're not in the right energy. Okay, if you like, you're not in the right story. So you are still in the storyline where he will reply in the way that you don't want, or he won't reply. Do you understand? Right. Okay. Now I'm going to look at your energy around this and what Spirit says about you. Okay. You're not in alignment anyway, Neela, because you are still trying to get him. You haven't embodied the Neela who knows that you're married to him or that you're dating him. Okay, so you're not going to experience that because you're not in alignment. You haven't embodied that version of you that is it for you to see it reflected back. Okay. Right, Spirit, message for Mel, please, in her energy regarding herself. I'm going to look at the advice first on yourself, Mel, and then I'm going to go quickly into career. Okay. No. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes there aren't messages in there when I turn them over. Where was that one? Hang on a minute. Yeah. Right. Let's put that over here. Okay. I wanted to get more clarity on what Spirit was telling me the other day. Yeah. So what Spirit is saying here, the reason that you've still got, so I can't remember the reading. I cannot remember the reading. Okay. Because when I'm channeling, I tend to zone out a bit anyway, and I speak to 40 odd people a day. Okay, so I cannot remember what spirit said to you, but what they are saying straight away is that you are still having thoughts, all these different thoughts that you're lighting up. So every time a thought pops in your head, that are still weighing you down. Okay, you're still having thoughts that are not in alignment with what you want. You're still with this beast with the forked tongue. Okay, you're still talking to yourself about it in a negative way. When it pops into your head, what is the first thought you're having? You have it, and you are it, or you're not. Okay, the way you're talking to yourself and still judging by appearances, Spirit is saying you've got the knowledge like this owl, you're wise like the owl, okay, but you're still in this sort of judging mode, is what Spirit's saying. You're bending and adjusting to reality, the reflection, instead of it bending to you. This is how it is, period. Okay, set those boundaries with yourself. You've got to be disciplined here. You either have it or you don't. Then you embrace those changes within yourself. In order to see the changes, you have to embrace those changes within you. You are identifying and embodying the version of you that has it or is it. Okay, and then it's like, you know, your thoughts, the swords. Okay, she's blindfolded. She's fighting off these dragons trying to sway her, the evil wolf. Okay, remember, it's blind faith because you said so. This is how it is, period. You are the proof, you are the evidence. When you are feeling peaceful within, and you're just knowing it's a done deal, that's when it comes. That's when it gets reflected back. Okay, however long it takes, it can show up whenever. I have things show up literally instantly, sometimes within hours, and other times it's like days or weeks. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It doesn't matter how there is no big or small, it's all the same. Okay, it's the importance that you're putting on it, your awareness of it. Okay, and it's the same for career. Just as Spirit is saying, it's no different to the career reading. Release what you're thinking. Okay, do you want to ask them anything else they're saying? Do you understand? Remember what you're aware of. So you have a thought, it pops into your head, and you start telling yourself a story. What is that story? That's the key. Because there is only right now. There is no past. The past is a memory out of all possibilities that you think is just one solid possibility. It's not. All possibilities exist. Okay? So which one, when it pops into your head, are you thinking of? Okay, you're not changing your person. That person that you are experiencing in the reflection cannot change. You are going within and engaging and embodying the version of you with your desired version. You're leaving that version alone. Okay, so it's a bit like your phone. Okay, like I've got an iPhone, so it'll ask for updates. The phone still looks the same, but the software has changed. It's updated. Okay, it's got rid of the glitches and any bugs. All right, so your person and people are only ever reflecting your awareness of them and the story you're telling about yourself, them, and the relationship in this case, or your job, or your boss, or whatever, or money. Okay, everything exists within you and everything is already done. So what are you choosing? Okay, but you have to embody that version of you who has it. Remember, that version over here already has it. That version who already has it is not thinking from lack. They're not trying to fix and solve it. It's already done. So if you had it, okay, literally stepping into that version of you right now, because all versions exist right now, what thoughts would you be having? Okay, is this me coming from the version of me that has it? No, because if I'm the one that has it, I wouldn't be thinking this way. But that's fine if I am thinking that way. I'm just not choosing that anymore. That's not my preference. That's not my story anymore. Do you understand? This is my story, not this one. This one, where I know it's done because I said so. Okay, nobody has free will in your realm, remember. Okay. Hello, my lovelies. This is paid readings only, sweethearts. Okay. I have done 3 free readings. Anything else you want to ask, Mel, to clear up while you're here? Neela, coming back to your question, I don't know if you're still in the chat. I was thinking I have still something I never told. There's nothing you never told. There is no past where you still have something untold. That you're not selecting that past. You're selecting the version where he's always loved and adored you. When I've got people back into my life, I don't regurgitate that past where we didn't speak anymore. I just let it go because I know it's all coming from me and the story I'm telling myself. Okay, forgive them inside. Just say it within and release it. Okay, but you're not focusing on that story. You're not going back into that relationship you had before. That relationship didn't work. Okay. Well, you're telling yourself you're detached from that job. Okay, there is only right now. So are you Neela, who has a lovely job, or Neela, who's feeling detached from the job? Which one are you? Okay, X, Y, they are only paid readings for a personal reading. Adianka, I've already said hi, my lovely. Whether you're a bot, I don't know. You might be a bot. Let's just keep saying hello and hi. But I have said hello. Yes, so do that. I'm just going to pop it in the chat for you. Okay, so no health, legal or pregnancy questions. It is through PayPal only. And if you get the £5 one, it is not you asking a question. So don't get the £5 one. It's just that one is just for what Spirit wants you to know. Hello, Parole, my lovely. This is paid readings. Yes, just deny it. That's not my choice or preference. Who told you that? Literally, like, who told you that? Or just replay what you would have wanted to see. They called me and told me that I can have all the hours at work I want. Well done, my lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to pop in some things here. Yes, well done, Wendy. And I would have just said to myself as well, because sometimes you can still think about what they said, but you've got to decide right there and then. Okay, is the meaning you're giving it something you want or not what you don't? So if this was me, I would have just been like, yeah, we're not those versions of us anymore. But then in my head, I would have straight away said to myself, yeah, we're not those versions. He's always loved and adored me. I'm in the timeline where he's always loved and adored me. I don't know what he's on about. We've always been great together. Okay, and just chanted along with a story like that. So that I didn't start thinking about the past. Okay. Good. Remember, all past timelines exist the same. All timelines exist. So when you select a timeline, that has its own past. Okay, so all you're doing is aligning with the past that you've always been together. There are no signs. Signs come after. You are the signs, Neela. The physical world is just a reflection, so there's no signs. And Neville said that as well. Okay, signs come after. You are the proof, you are the evidence. Stop looking for signs out there. You are the evidence because you said so. Melm, yes, you obviously still, when he pops into your head, how many times, say he pops into your head 20 times a day, Melm. Okay. And for 2 of those times, you are saying he loves and adores me and we're happily together. But where are your thoughts the other 8 times he pops into your head? Do you understand? You've got to have that story and stick to it. Right now, you're either together and he's loving and he adores you and he showers you with love, affection and attention every single day, or he doesn't. There is only right now. Every moment, you're a new you. Okay? Every moment, he's a new him based on where your awareness is of him. He's not out there doing what the fuck he likes. He's out there doing whatever part you've given him. People are always reflecting back who you say you are, who you say they are, who you say men are, who you say relationships are. Okay? Ah, yes, Wendy Ann, I forgot about them. Good girl. Okay, I will be coming off in a minute. Is there anybody who is wanting a reading before I come off? A paid reading, obviously. If not, wait till the live is finished. I will then go in and put the timestamps in the comments so that you can watch those back. You do know it all. You're just not, it's not going in, that's all. Okay, because you're going back. We've been so used to being reactive, okay, that it takes a lot. It took me a long time, even though I knew it in principle and theory, applying it was a problem. Okay, but it is through trial and error. It's when you get so sick of yourself knowing that unless you change within, you're going to keep banging your head against a brick wall and seeing the same shit. Okay, so you've got to be in, it's discipline. You either go all in or you don't bother at all, because either way you're getting what you're aware of. Okay, so if you don't change it, it's not going to change. And even at times when I look back and think I was so sure that I was doing it all right, I really wasn't. Okay. I was not fulfilling myself with it. I was thinking I was, but I was still waiting for the physical world to fulfill me so that I could feel better. Okay, so that I felt like I truly had it. And that's where it kept not happening. Okay. And again, be aware of the labels you're sticking onto yourself. You're not stubborn. Okay, use that stubbornness to be stubborn in sticking to what you do want instead of sticking to what you don't want. Okay. Hello, Tanya Priya, my lovely. Right then, my lovelies. I shall go and put the collective readings into the chat, into the comments, and this live now. Okay, so I will be back on live hopefully on Sunday evening. Don't forget to always check the community post. If something comes up, then I do put in there that I've cancelled. Okay, if not, then it should still be Sunday at the same time. All right, my lovelies, thank you all for joining in. Just look at the story you're telling yourself. If you're wanting something, it's already yours. But it's the story you're telling yourself every time it pops into your head as to why you're not experiencing it. Okay? Right. Love you all. Love and light.